And it's just a lorry driver who likes to have a scrap now and again. So he goes up there and has it. That's all it is. Yeah. That's all it has. I mean, so yeah, there's no ego with me. I'm just a normal day-to-day family man who likes to go up there and have a bit of a tear up. And if I can get my hands on a belt in the process, and happy days like.
Experience Real podcast.
Right, Craig, thanks for coming in, mate. We got Craig Morgan. He's 2-0 in BKB, and he's got 2 kind of amateur fights in BKB. So you're undefeated so far in the organisation. So I want to kind of, just have a chat about you, your career, and maybe take you back. Like, where did your boxing start?
I was 10 when I first started boxing. My first fight was 10. Boxed, I was 16. I won national titles and I won Welsh and stuff with the schoolboy in his youth. Stopped when I was 16, just couldn't be bothered, to be honest, anymore. I was like 16.
Yeah, start getting out on the drink and everything, innit?
Yeah, that was it. Went back in when I was 18. I had a fight, did my first senior fight. Bust my ankle, so that was me out again. Went back in again when I was 19. I stuck it then. I had about 30 senior fights. Back in the Welsh squad. Yeah. Boxing Wales. And then I turned professional in 21.
21. Fair play. So started at 10, through to 16. Did them 2 years off? Do you reckon that?
Massively affected, really, because that's when 16 to 18 is when you're like getting recognised by by the Welsh squad. But I was lucky enough to get in. I boxed it. I was a youth champion then. Like old end of the youth champion. You either beat him and then they put me back in the Welsh squad then. So
yeah. I was like, yeah. So like you're in BKB now. So you went. Let's try to fill the gap. So from 16 to 18, you had the break. From 18 to 21, then you started your pro career then at 21.
Yeah, pro, 21. Yeah,
so
3 pro fights in it.
3 pro fights. So how did your pro career go?
I went 2, and then I lost one. I lost one by a point. I lost to Patrick Island. He boxed Warrington, boxed Josh Warrington.
Oh, really?
Guy was a junior. But he mixed in a good level. He did like.
Yeah.
I boxed him on 2 days' notice. I was down in my stakes, Balmer Cookie I was, because I had a fight in 12 days. And I weighed that night. I was 9'11". Fight was maybe a 9'7" in 12 days' time. Both the rang me and he said, look, the fight's pulled now for that day. He said, well, you go up the dagger in my fight on Friday. So you got to make 9'6". Fight, but I was tiny and so it didn't really have a fight when I shift. But anyway, I lost, and the scales were wrong, and I lost 7 pounds. So I went up there and weighed 9'4". Really? He was meant to come in like me. He had more fights. He was 4'0". I was 2'0". He came in 9'7", 9'8", and I came in 9'4". So he was heavier when he meant to be like that, but I played a massive part. I lost by a point, but I couldn't breathe after round 1. Like I wasn't feeling myself.
Just dropping that weight, do you think affected you?
Yeah, I would have beaten him otherwise, 100%, definitely. I know I would have. I didn't talk shit. Like if you gave me an Hamran, I'd have said beaten by 1 point, and I was half a man. I'd have beaten him otherwise.
Well, you know how you feel when you're in there, don't you? And you can, like. You're short, but you're not that small of a bloke, are you? 9'4" is like tiny, innit?
Oh, it was hard for me, tiny. I was like proper, like, well, I could make the weight sound with enough time, but when I was 9'11", I was coming out 9'7" in 12 days for our fight. And so I was sound. The weight was sound, felt strong, diet and nice. But then it was like, bump, we have to shift the last 5 pounds, but I took off 7. Fucked up, really. And
yeah, well, someone of like your size to lose that sort of weight is a big deal. Someone for like me, I just need to lay off the cake for 1 week.
When you go much on, it's hard to drag off, and you drag them like water, isn't you?
Yeah, it was like a high percentage of your body, innit?
Yeah.
So what did you do like back then? Was weight cutting as precise then?
Just drop my carbs, it is.
Did you?
Yeah, just drop my carbs. You drop your carbs, it's like drop each gram of carbs in you take in your food needs 2 ml of water, doesn't it? So if you drop your carbs, you just piss out the excess water. Eat some carbs, you just have a sandwich, have a glass of water, you put the weight back on. It sounds easy in theory, but it fucking takes its toll on you when you've got to fight then.
Yeah, because your carbs are your source of fuel then as well, aren't they?
And I weighed late. So I went and worked on the Friday. It was Friday, boxing on Saturday, when it was Friday fight night back then. It was years ago, like,
yeah.
Show me age, But so went up there then. I went to work. Picked up from work, my trainer, went up there, we did. Weighed late for some reason, I can't remember why. And then I couldn't even eat anyway when hungry. Probably like fucking more or less starved myself the last couple of days. So I couldn't even really put any weight on. Like, and
I bet like starving yourself leading up. I bet it makes you feel like shit if you do eat, doesn't it? Does it make like is it hard to refuel sometimes?
It can land heavy on you. It can especially me. I'm a fucking panic like I am. Like I can't eat like 2 hours before I train. I can feel it in my stomach. Yeah. So if I have anything really, a couple of hours before a fight, I can feel it on me. I need to wait a long time before I'm fighting to have any food like.
When I go out running, like if I eat anything within the hour, like I'm stitching and
same.
I'm no good then.
Oh, for me, it's like 2 or 3 hours. It's ages. Can't eat for ages before like I train anything.
Yeah. So your training regime, what does that look like? Because we spoke a little bit about it before, but you're not one of these fighters that has a camp, are you?
No, I train every day. I've been training today. It's different now with me because the gyms are closed. I'm not getting a lot of pads, or I'm not getting sparring or anything. But I'm still keeping myself, I say taking over, but I'm more taking over. I'm like today, I'm still pretty much hammering it, but it's without the pads and stuff. Like,
yeah.
So it was like the last time when I had a call from the BKB to go up there. It was on Thursday. I had a message Thursday morning saying, "I'll get you now. We're fighting tomorrow." but I was alright. Like I was fit enough to go. I was 13 days after I was in lockdown. I had COVID. So I shook hand. I was allowed out the house November the 14th. I was up there and fighting 27.
Bloody hell! Did you didn't have any lasting effects from it then?
Oh, it was rough as fuck off it. I was.
Were you?
Yeah, I was sound for the first week, right? And I felt a little like niggle for the first, like when I had the test, and then I trained it. I had to run a treadmill or something. I didn't leave the house, like, but I trained in the house in the garage, and I thought, I shook it sound. Well, then the second weekend, the Monday, oh my god, man!
Thought you did it?
Oh, I was mullered. I was, honest to God, I was wrecked. It was like I was hot, I was sweating, I was cold, I was hot, I was cold.
Yeah.
I was just all over the shop. I was sitting on the side, he couldn't get up. Went out for my first run in on November the 14th, and I was shit. I was terrible. I was like 9.5 minute mile in. I usually 7 minute mile on a 5k, like, so I thought I'm bit off. But it's mental, right? As fast as it come, it went just as quick.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Because some people are struggling for like months after. They reckon like walking up the stairs is hard work.
Yeah, no, honestly, God, it was really bad. It was for like the first day or two after it, and then it was gone like that. It's mental.
I bet you were chuffed because it give you the chance then to get back in there, didn't it?
I was buzzing. Yeah, I was well chuffed. Yeah, like I said, because I'm 38 now, but I'm knocking on. I haven't got time to mess about, so I need to get active, so I can get fighting. My goal, like all the other fighters, is to win some sort of title now. Yeah. So I can't really let the grass go under my feet, so I'll take fights as often as I can take them. Like
I expect as well, like, because if you say you booked that fight 6 weeks before and then you got COVID, I bet you would have been shitting it for the fight.
Oh yeah.
But because you shook it and then you just jumped in, probably the panic and stress was a lot less, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was just happy to be able to be feeling well enough to go and fight. Like I had no pads, nothing, because we didn't know the fight was happening. Me and my trainer was doing pads in the hotel room.
Yeah, that's insane, isn't it?
Because I'm done fuck all. So like he put I had to lose some weight as well, because obviously I was overweight. So he tried to chuck the sweatsuit on. Then about fucking half a pads. It was the only pads it had. Like in the lead up to it, I had no sparring, I think.
Yeah. Do you feel wrecked after doing that because you hadn't had the pads, like? Cause...
No, I was I'm still fit. See, I was always training, constantly training.
Yeah.
So
do you train?
Timings was off. My time was a little bit off, but that's all, you know.
Yeah, I expect when you get in there, as long as you stick it out for a bit. Well, it was a good finish anyway.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, fair play, mate. So you've had both your fights been finishes now, haven't they?
No, I beat Scott on points.
Right, okay.
Tough kid in mind. I dropped him in the third round. He just bounced straight back up. He's just tough. He fucking made a way on him. Honestly, God, I swear, it takes some man to stop him in his tracks. Honestly, he's a tough kid, he is.
So how many rounds have your fights been in BKB? Because I know they obviously work different depending on titles. And
I had 2 first round knockouts with the gloves are off.
Yeah.
The promotion with TGO. Then I had 3 rounds with Scott. And then I won the other one in the first round as well.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. So I know obviously you're not booked now for this card coming up.
No, I get it.
That's in March, isn't it?
Yeah, 27, I think.
27th of March. So would you hop in again now? Or
Yeah. A shot. Like I say, I'd take a fight when I can get.
Yeah, definitely, mate. So I think they're looking to put something on in May or June now, aren't they?
I'm hoping I can get on that as well now.
Because there's been a bit of an announcement now and there that maybe be able to have fans in the stadium. And
it'd be great, that would.
Yeah, it'd be good to get in there. Because it was weird even watching it without the fans. Like I watched your last fight earlier on like Facebook and whatever, and it was like it's just so strange, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mad. It's like there's no atmosphere really. Like like you said, when the fight, I was on second, so it was pretty much straight away on there, and then it was like no cheering. It's like it was like shit then, or is this nobody there do cheer? Because like. Immediately on the ring, there's still people there, and there's still judges there, there's still people there. So that's what you see when you fight. Anyway, I didn't see the crowd and nothing, so I only see what's there. So for that, it didn't seem any different to me.
Yeah, you have like tunnel vision, do you? On the
just to notice them, it's pretty dark out there. Everywhere else, then it's like in the ring.
True. Oh, I'd love to come and see an event. I've never actually been to a BKB. So
brilliant. Honestly, God, this is the best event, the best shows I've ever fought on BKB team.
Is it? Yeah.
Fantastic, mate. Yeah. Especially up in the O2. Honestly, God, brilliant.
Yeah, well, hopefully they'll be able to pack it out now in June or something, innit? And you get on that card.
Yeah, but I'd love to. Like, the thing is, you've got so much talent on the roster. You can't get on every show. It's impossible because you got everyone to fake crack the whip, and there's some quality operators on it. So you've got to roll the punches, take them when you can. Like,
yeah, well, this card now is stacked, isn't it? Coming up,
best card ever. Eh?
Yeah,
all title fights.
They're missing you and Daniel Lewell, aren't they? That's what they could do with it.
Yeah, fill up. Well, I suppose it'd be good, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much it would be that.
And Lily's not. Is he coming off an injury, isn't he? James
yeah,
Lilly?
I think he was saying he may not have been able to do it anyway. I think because he's struggling a bit. Because I had him in here the other day.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, to be fair.
Yeah, he spars with Lily a lot.
Do you? Yeah. Oh, awesome, mate.
For our fights, he's been injured now, and we spar a lot, like a spar a lot.
Yeah.
So much so, like we like kind of know what everyone's going to do now. It's kind of scripted, like the spar is.
Yeah.
He's good, very good boxer, very good. He was going to fight Scott, wasn't he? The one I fought. For the first title.
Yeah, well, it's mad, isn't it? 'Cause it's quite a small community, I suppose, of you boys then, isn't it? Because he's friends with Dan.
Yeah.
I think have you trained with Sean a bit?
Yeah, he trained with Sean. Yeah.
It's mad, isn't it? Like such a small little community of Welsh BKB fighters.
There's only a handful of us. There's about 6, 7 of us, I think. I mean, more now is like there's newer boys coming to now. When I say I don't even know myself, but like there's a few. I think there's a few more now. There's about 7, 8. I think. I don't
Dan
know.
Chapman as well, isn't it? Like Sean's fighting. That's going to be a hell of a fight to watch.
Oh yeah. Be good fight, looking forward to that one.
I know it'd be interesting. I wouldn't want to go either way. Like Sean's so tough.
That's the thing. Dan's very, very skilled. Very, 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 very skillful. And Sean's just fucking tough as a coffin nail, isn't he?
Yeah. So you just never know how it's going to go, do you? Because it's different to like just boxing, isn't it? Because
much different. There's always a stamp on our fight, isn't it? It's much different with boxing. Like with the gloves, for instance, now you got 10 ounce gloves on, and I got 10 ounce. You got 10 ounce gloves on.
Yeah.
You throw a punch at me, my hands are up. My gloves are going to catch your gloves. Where that don't happen in Pinnacle, it'll just sneak through a guard.
Yeah.
So realistically, you need your guard up to a certain extent, but it can be kind of an hindrance rather than a help.
Yeah.
Like, wait, I mean, if it's up in front of your chops.
If you haven't got a chin in BKB, I suppose you kind of.
Oh, you're fucked. Because
you're going to catch one on you.
Oh yeah, you're going to get hit in the water. You're going to get wet. Now you get in that ring, you're going to get punched in the face. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
So it is weird, isn't it?
How do you find, like, you talked about your hands before, like you struggle with them a bit?
They don't like fucking shatter and wreck. Like I've seen some of the boys' hands, the pictures, their hands are in a hell of a mess. Like
yeah,
they're never that bad. They always puff up afterward, but like I'll always like pop a knuckle or something. Nothing major.
A niggly thing, like
they like lay me up with a bag over pads for a couple of weeks. Then you know,
I suppose it's hard not to mind, isn't it?
Yeah.
How can you not like so? But then, like I said, like Sean coming here, he said he never had trouble with his hands, but
I know,
must just be a bit of luck in it.
It's real. I feel them like that. They don't have problems with hands. There's a set of us then whose hands break every fight. Like
you're throwing bombs out when you're throwing them as well.
I try to, yeah. I get a bit excited. I do, and I put my wing in. Like I don't seem to hold much back.
Yeah, I'm not surprised if they catch you, break your hand at the same time. Class, mate. Yeah, so like try and fill the gap again from like your pro boxing to BKB. You obviously had a bit of a layoff in between, like
massive 11 years.
Yeah,
11 years. I said to him, pro. I knocked on the head after 3 fights. Couldn't be arsed, to be honest. I started lifting weights and stuff, and I went really like heavy. I went about 14 and a half, 15 stones. It was a hell of an effort to get back down to half decent weight to fight. Like, and I just done weights for years and years. Fucking for no reason at all. I'm competing or doing bodybuilding shows or even just fucking vanity perhaps to fill a top to go out in the piss. Like, but so did that for ages. And then my daughter was born in, my youngest daughter, and she's 5. She was 5 on Sunday. And I just thought, you know what, I was in the gym. I thought I can't be arsed this anymore. Like, I thought like it's not healthy neither, is it? I mean, like being too big for your size, not healthy, man. It's fucking straining your heart and everything. I thought it's not your shit on your head now. I'm trying to get fit again because I wasn't fit at all. I couldn't run a bath before. I was proper unfit because I do no cardio at all.
Yeah.
And I thought this weight's is shit. So that was the day I threw my weights down the gym, walked out, and I never touched the weight again since. So I just been doing loads of cardio. And I thought, now I'm getting fit. I may as well fight again. That was the thing. And I got in touch with this guy. Well, so that lie, he got in touch with me. He messaged me, Sean Seeley, and he asked me if he wanted to fight. So I think the gym had passed me and he wanted him. So I thought, yeah, why not? Like I had no intentions of going anywhere with it. No, I just wanted to have a pop there, like, you know. So I had a couple of unlicensed first.
Yeah.
A couple of unlicensed, but a couple of unlicensed, bust my thumb in one. So that's it, I'm done with boxing. And then I thought, BKB I fancy that. And said when he messaged me, he said, yeah, I'll have a go. So I had a couple of goals. Then gym, I got in contact with me.
Yeah, it's class, isn't it?
I love it now. Fucking love it.
You would never go back to gloved?
Oh, never. Never in a million years. I'm fucking tall, anyway.
Yeah. So how do you feel like? Is it like a rush for you fighting? Do you? What does it do for you?
I
like,
just enjoy it. Like it's just, I just need that. I need the fighting. Like my wife when I got to me when he messaged me, he said, "I'll come up, you fighting." She went got me, "Con, you need a fight, Jed." Off we go. Because I was like fucking chomping at the bit. I needed it. Like. So.
Yeah. Do you feel like it just builds up until you need to do it? Like this?
Just I don't know. It's just like a release for me. I enjoy it. I do. A few people ask me, like my mates, say, "Oh, why do you do it for?" It's just enjoy it. They can't seem to understand the fact. They just like doing it. Like it's enjoyable. It is.
Yeah.
None of us would do it for any other reason. I don't think than the fact that we enjoy it. Like
everyone's got their hobbies, like, haven't they?
Yeah.
And that's yours.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and I think if you strip, the only trouble is, I suppose, with like boxing is it's kind of got it's cap in it. Like a lot of sports, you can carry on. But I suppose football, rugby is the same. Like at a certain point, you got to call it a day, haven't you?
Yeah, of course. You lose that half a like second of speed, don't you? Or like a little tiny bit of reaction time. Then it's time to knock on your head, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you think you'll be honest with yourself when that time comes?
No, not at all. No, I get found out and get sparked probably.
You reckon?
Yeah, probably, and then be like, "Oh, that's enough now." It's hard to know. When do you know? How do you know? How do you know? Because you can spar shit and they go, "I've had an off day," or it's just like, "Oh, you had to beat me this day. Next time you'd be better," and you can have a fight in between.
Yeah, because I expect you've had them days all the way up.
Oh yeah,
till now, haven't you?
Oh, all my life you spar and it's don't go your way and you question yourself and you spar the same guy in 2 weeks later and you do really well. It's like so it can be. I mean,
it's a mental game, isn't it?
Boxing's a massive mental game. Anyway, if you like, I don't know about all the other fighters. Myself, like I do question myself quite a bit. I do. And like is like constant head games and battles with yourself. It is. Are you this good? Are you good enough to do this? Can you do that? Can you do this? And some people.
Sorry. No, it's probably good for you though, in a certain degree, innit? Because if you haven't got that constant pressure on yourself to be your best version, then maybe that's the day you'll get caught slipping, innit?
Maybe some people I think they overprice, but they think they're that good. They're so fucking good. They can't be beat. So maybe I don't need to train today. Maybe I can have half a session today. I tell you what, I miss it today. It don't matter, but I'm not like that. I always think I'm not fit enough, or am I really that good? Like, should I be a bit sharper? So I try a bit harder and try a bit harder and try a bit harder, and hopefully, like,
don't let you can't let your ego get in the way of yourself.
I haven't got one. I just, it's like some people when they do this, I think they do buy into themselves a bit. Like myself, I'm just a lorry driver who likes to have a scrap now and again. So he goes up and has it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it has. I mean, so yeah, there's no ego with me. I just normal day-to-day family man who likes to go up there and have a bit of a tear up. And if I can get my hands on a belt in the process, and happy days. Like, yeah, mate.
Well, I think definitely like another. I don't see why you shouldn't be fighting for the next fight, really.
No, not me. I'm hoping I can get one in the next fight. Like you said, I've beaten the one boy now. Scotty's fighting for one in March.
Maybe it'd be a good time for you to have like a rematch with him, innit? If he wants to get that back as well, if he's got the title.
If he wins, I'll fight anybody, to be honest. Like, it makes a difference to me. Like, at the minute, I'm like 2-0. The old means fuck all. It means nothing to me. Sorry, the old means nothing to me. I don't care about it. I'll fight anybody. They beat me. I wasn't good enough on a day. He's not going to lie to yourself. I could string up now 4 or 5 easy fights and look fantastic on paper, but I beat no one.
Yeah.
Where I'd rather like test himself, maybe get a taper in, maybe win.
Yeah. Well, like you said, with like this career is short lived, you want to get as many out of the way as you can now.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to be fighting people to pack out your record, do you?
No, of course not. It's short lived anyway. It's short lived because with the game we're in, this your hands to go. You can hurt yourself. You can kept yourselves bad and stuff. I'm knocking on as well. I'm no kid. Like, I don't lie to myself. So like, I haven't got along anyway. Some of the boys a lot younger than me, and they won't like to have long because you could bust stand in a fight, you could do anything. But like, they could go to work and break your leg, anything can happen. So like I said, with me banging on with in the age side, I just want to get fights in now, take them fast what I can. Like,
yeah, nothing's promised, like, is it?
Nothing. No.
Yeah, well, that's great, mate, and I really hope you get on one of them cards, like, because I always find it interesting seeing someone fight after I've like spoken to them in person.
Yeah, you know what, man, don't you?
Yeah, it's like different, isn't it? Because when Sean fought the last time, it was like weird watching him go in and fight, once you've met someone. It's like different type of thing.
Different connection, I suppose. You actually spoke to him, like, you mean?
Yeah, and it was the same, like, I don't know, do you watch UFC?
Yeah, sometimes.
Like Mason Jones just had a fight.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah,
he came in here, and I was watching that fight, and I was like, "Oh, fucking hell."
yeah, feeling it with him, man. Like,
like it's totally different thing, isn't it? I know your missus is into the boxing, and she
trains me. So for I guess and see she trains me. She's good. She's like a slave driver. She is.
Yeah. So like, I expect that's a weird feeling for her watching you go in and fight, is it?
Yeah, she like it, but she don't as well. She loves it, and she's supposed to be there. But I think it doesn't. I think she feels every punch, like.
Definitely, mate. Yeah, I would imagine so. It's got to like pull on her heartstrings, and like, yeah. It's got to be a worry. Would she go up and watch usually?
She called me. In my first fight, where she called me. She like my cup woman. She was saying, "What my blood?" Because Scott broke my nose and he cut my eye, and she said like, "Mop my blood up and wipe my bleeding nose." Like, so she's got my back. Like,
oh, that's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I seen like an article where you've like got yourself in trouble in the past and stuff. I don't know. You happy to talk about that? And
Just to a certain extent, I just like got myself in a bit of bother, like, you know.
Yeah.
That's kind of what happened with the boxing. Like, that's why I put pro boxing on the back burner. I was preoccupied for a little bit, like, because I said I was a bit of a tearaway, like, you know, in my younger days. And I got a wife and no kids, put all that behind me, like, you know. So that was my chance to get back into boxing. That was.
Yeah, definitely, mate. And to be honest with you, I think like that story, like it's amazing to see, like, you know, you can get yourself in them down positions. I think it's good for people to hear, like, you can be in a low spot and you can turn it around, doesn't it? It doesn't matter like age or what you've done or what trouble you've got in.
Oh yeah, you want to stay everywhere. Anyone can drag themselves out, can't they? Do you know what I mean? Like I would say, I was in a bit of bother, and life weren't great at that one particular point. And I won't elaborate too much on it, but it wasn't great then. But now it's brilliant. Like, it's completely different. I mean, 10 years different. 10 years of a gap in time and completely different. Like,
well, we won't go into that then. But like, what do you find out pull you out of it? What was like?
The missus did.
Yeah,
the only thing that pulled me out of it, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, missus.
Yeah.
She gave me ultimate them. She says, why fuck up? Why she was gone. That was it, really.
Yeah. Oh, thank God to her then, isn't it? Really? Yeah. Because sometimes you need that as well, don't you? Someone to like hold you accountable. Yeah,
the shock, and the shock factor. Like, listen, I'm out here. Like, unless you wise up now, she said to me, we're done.
Yeah. I
was fighting a lot, and this being a bit of a nightmare, really, like, you know.
Yeah.
And out in the piss, fighting all the time. And she was like, look, I've had enough of this. Like, I mean, we had an oldest daughter then. She said, look, me and her can't be put through this shit again. She said, like, so you carry on the way you're being, and we're gone. So, so I was like, all right, sorry.
Yeah.
Wrap it up, like.
Well, mate, at the end of the day, like, that's a strong woman to be able to tell you that, innit?
Yeah, of course.
That's what you need, innit? And obviously she's got your back 100% now.
Oh, yeah.
Literally in your corner.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
So it's class, mate. It's class, yeah, because I think sometimes, like, people are, like, afraid to tell people as well, and they, like, you see that all the time. Sometimes someone just needs that. Yeah. Because, like, I've been there before, your mates don't want to tell you, like, you've been a bit of a dick or whatever.
Yeah, exactly that, innit?
At the end of the day, they probably don't want to stop you from coming out with them, do they? They probably love it, like, it's a laugh to them, but for you, it's your life, innit?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I've been there as well. Like,
you're the one that's in the shit, like, is it?
Yeah, you got to pull yourself, like, I say I've been in, like, that much trouble or whatever, but been, like, out on the piss, and I've, like, made a fool of myself, and I got into fights, and, like, your mates don't necessarily, they just think it's a laugh, don't they?
I'm always got the best interest out of me.
Yeah, and that's not against them, they're worrying about themselves, isn't they?
Of course, everyone does, don't they? Everyone's like everyone is like more self-orientated, isn't they, than like thinking about the people. I mean, but with my missus, she was like, it was simple as that. I knew she always wanted the best. I mean, she's a good kid, good girl. Like, she went to me, she said, look, I remember this day I was up in the piss, and I gave someone a clip I did, and I hurt him. I hurt him bad, like, you know. I opened him up, he had like a bit of a mess in his chops, and she like threw a wedding ring on me, right? When we married 4 months.
Yeah.
She tell her what, she said, I want a divorce. She said, you have to fucking go, like, you know. She's not behaving, you can't behave yourself. Yeah. So I was like, oh, look, I went around after 2 or 3 weeks, and I was like, that's it now. So I stopped going out in the piss and just,
It's the drink though, mate, because like you've come down here today, you're a tidy guy, do you know what I mean? But
it was always a tidy guy. I was out drinking. I just met assholes constantly.
Yeah.
Wherever I went, I was meeting an asshole all the time. So in the end, I thought, I just stop drinking, stop putting myself in situations where I could run the plebs, like.
It's a dangerous place to be out in the pub, isn't it? And like,
Yeah,
you don't even recognise it. Like, do you? What's going on? I've come out sober a couple of times. I'm like, fucking hell.
Everyone gets pissed and everyone's hard, isn't they?
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly. Yeah, and also like I expect being a boxer or being known like as well. It's like another level, and I see it like with people. They want to like try and challenge them, don't they? And
yeah, maybe that was the case. Maybe I can't always like say that I was dangerous. I weren't like far from it. Like, and I like back in the day, I oblige anyone to the street. Like I was what got me in a bit of bother. But yeah, I don't think a lot of people on a piss. They didn't help as well. You know what I mean?
yeah, you're channeling it. Channeling it. I can't channeling it in the right direction. I couldn't get my words out then. Yeah, definitely, mate. So like you're back in the ring now, doing it and doing what you love, and that's what it's all about, mate.
Yeah.
But so you want to get British title and world title? Like,
I'd love it. Like who wouldn't do that? That's the ultimate dream, innit? That's the ultimate goal. That's the dream. But like I'm not saying I'm good enough to get a world title. I'm not saying I'm good enough to get a British title. I might not be good enough to win another fight ever again. But I'm willing to fight anyone to have a go and see. So, like, if they give me the opportunity, then I give them 100%. And I'm not an arrogant person. I won't ever call anyone's name out. Do I want to fight or this, that, the other? But I'll fight anybody.
Yeah,
it's just as simple as that. I'll fight anybody. So it makes a difference to me. So if there's anyone, they put a title online, I'll fight anybody. It makes a difference to me. That's all I can say. Really, like, so beat anyone, but I'll fight anyone.
It obviously shows though you're in the realm of it though, because like you said, Scott, who you've beat, is going up for a title fight now. So there's no reason why you can't be a champion.
No, I'm in that mix, and
definitely. So I think just keep pushing on, innit, and hopefully get you on one of them cards.
That's the thing. I just keep whether you put him with me, I'll just keep fighting. I keep winning. I'm gonna have to get somewhere in the end, don't I? Yeah. So like I say, hopefully I get a shot then. See soon. Yeah. And,
who's your favourite fight?
Was my favourite fight.
Yeah, who's
that I've had so far?
Yeah.
Scott was my favourite. Yeah.
Even though all the damage and everything?
Yeah, he's my favourite fight, he was, because he's just so fucking tough, he was. I can't say anything else than that. He was just so tough. Like I dropped him heavy, he got up, right? And I hit him again, he shook his head at me. I know, I thought, like, fair play, like. Yeah. I mean, you know with a bump, but he's a tough kid.
You usually see when someone's been dropped once, that's it then. And they just keep going back down, don't they?
Ass and toward me, he did. Got up and he ran straight back at me. I thought, oh, fair play, hats off to him, like, innit?
Yeah.
He's tough for that.
If you get a contract now, you'll be able to go back to a gym to train. Is that how it works? Or
what do you mean contract? Well,
like, because
BKB, I got one. I'm contracted to fight with BKB anyway.
Oh yeah, no, I know, but like, it's something like you can train in a gym if you're a pro athlete or something.
What's a crack?
I don't think anyone knows what's going on, really.
I don't think no one knows. Don't think Drakeford knows, boss. Just he's making up all these rules and then he's changing shit. I don't know. To be honest, I wouldn't even know where to begin to get like a license or like an exemption card or whatever it is. Like I don't know.
Because I seen Dan Chapman talking on a podcast.
Yeah, he got fined, didn't he?
He got fined, like, yeah.
I was speaking to him the other day and he said he got fined. So like, and he's a professional athlete. So and it was his own gym.
And he's got a fight.
And he's got a fight lined up. Yeah. So if you're fighting him, where is the exemption to that rule then? Because he's got a fight. He's a professional athlete. He's fighting for the world title as well, right? Not as a normal fight.
Yeah, he's not on the undercard, like, is he?
So like I don't know. You think he'd be a perfect example to be allowed to train
fighting on pay-per-view, like? Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? How they can do that? Yeah, I don't know. The rules are crazy, like, but hopefully. I don't know, there's rumblings in there, maybe in the next 3 weeks a gym will open, but...
Yeah, hopefully, innit?
Yeah, I think everyone needs it though, don't they? Like, you know, like we talked about earlier, exercise is as much mental as it is physical, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, I hurt my foot tonight. I hurt my foot 6 months. And for that 6 months, honestly, I was up with the worst times in my life. I went round and twisted. Honestly, I was so depressed, so down. So I couldn't hardly walk, let alone run or train. But off was. But I got a message for a fight, right? I took a fight then for British title, I did, right?
Yeah.
Against Jonick. And I took the fight. My foot, fuck, I couldn't do anything with it. I couldn't stand on it properly. I said, yeah, I'll fight him because I thought I'm going to have to fix at some point and I can start training. I thought, no. You know, my first training session was a week after fight was meant to be. So if a fight went ahead, I would have got absolutely pissed and I would have got fucking leather, so I wasn't fit. Yeah. But it got put off because of COVID. It was last May, I think it was first. Yeah. So it got put off until like July, but that wasn't going to happen. Then it got till October, but I was ready to go. I was flying by October because I was back in the gym for like 4 or 5 months. Yeah. So I was ready to fight then. Yeah. But I took a fight with an injury, just So I thought, it'll be right, it'll be sound, not because I wouldn't refuse that because it was a short.
The opportunity you've been waiting for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like, if I'll take you with an injured foot, an injury, hoping it's going to get better, but you never. I'll take you now. I'm fully fit.
Are you kind of glad that didn't happen then?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you give me fucking Hamran. I couldn't do anything. I wasn't fit. Like I was literally, I had my first like run, half-assed run. The fight was on like a Saturday. I went for a run like on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I hadn't trained for 6 months. I haven't done anything.
How long before did they cancel the card?
Oh, a few weeks like before.
Oh, there we are.
So I weren't like, it was a good while before. I knew, to be honest, where it happened with the lockdown, it started like, what was it, February, March? I can't remember.
Yeah, about March.
March. So I knew it was going to be. I took the fight, like, I think it was before the lockdown. I can't remember now. But I kind of knew there when the lockdown got put in place, so I was going to buy me a bit more time with my foot, and I did. And then it was a case of it, and I was ready, busting for October, and I couldn't have the fight, and I was gutted. I wanted it then.
I know, yeah, it's strange, isn't it? And they're cancelling things, pushing things on. It must be a nightmare for BKB to put things together at the minute.
Oh, they've done a cracking job that last lockdown show, man.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? I watched that, yeah.
Brilliant, it was a cracking fair play to them. Like, I mean, hats off to them. They, like, I wouldn't string the way things are at the minute, and he strung a show together, and it was a proper high-class show, professional show.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So, like, fair play. I mean, it's a quality promotion. Like.
I think it's going to go more mainstream as time goes
on.
Now,
100%. Who don't like blood, innit? That's what that for aspirations is brutal, isn't it? It's brutal.
It's brutal, mate.
Yeah.
It's like, it must be inbred in us from like hundreds of years ago, and like everyone just it's like back the gladiators, really, isn't it? Yeah. Everyone wants to see it. Like
everyone wants a bit of brutality and a bit of blood, doesn't he? And as boys up here, we're willing to give it to them. Yeah, so it's gonna go mainstream. Boxing was the main thing when UFC came along, overtook boxing. I know boxing they got different fans set, they have a different fan base, don't they?
Yeah,
but it's more brutal, isn't it? UFC
definitely.
This is more brutal again.
Yeah, so
this is gonna go. I'm not saying he's going to go bigger than that, but it's going to have his own different fan base, and he's going to attract a lot of different fans from other sports, other combat sports, because it's so brutal.
Yeah, and I think the way they put it together as well, they build good storylines with people, didn't they? And it's quite easy to follow. Do you know what I mean? And like the shorter rounds makes it exciting. The small ring.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that ring's small. I love a small ring because I'm short, so I haven't got to do much chasing. So I love a small ring.
Yeah, it's tiny, innit? I can't believe it when I was watching it. It was like in this garage.
It was still. To be honest, it was still too big for me. It was.
Was it? Yeah.
Fuck, put me in a telephone box. But it was way too big. Still too big.
Yeah, it's mad though, isn't it? It's mad. It is a crazy sport, and I think like you said, people. It's going to take time in it to get people there, but I think if they market it right, like you said, it could be a mainstream sport.
Yeah,
and
I think so. And they're doing a brilliant job, and it's going from strength to strength, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Well, from where they went, and like Sean was saying, from the barn to the O2.
To the O2, like that's in a few years or so. It's a massive leap in progress.
Yeah, all like you're in like a mainstream place now. You just need to get the eyes on it.
Yeah, it's recognised by Box Rec now, isn't it? Proper professional athletes now. I'm on Box Rec as a professional boxer and a professional bare-knuckle boxer now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
crazy, isn't it? Yeah. So you never fancy getting into MMA? Was that ever a thought?
No, I never done anything on the floor. Like, and being my age now, I'm told to do anything like that. Like,
yeah,
maybe I could have done it when I was younger, like learned that, but now old dog, new tricks, innit?
Yeah, happy with what you know, and
it's done me right. It's done me right so far.
Yeah,
but yeah, I wouldn't. I've not really bendy. I can't scratch my own back. So if someone will grab me and twist me, he'll snap me.
Yeah, that's it. And it's totally different movements, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
See some of these boys like train jiu-jitsu, they make like rubber bands, and
oh yeah. So I'll start swinging with someone's head, and you're gonna dump me on the floor, and we're gonna end up on the floor at some point, to me.
Yeah.
And I said I'll fucking probably get my arm wrapped on my back or shoved up my ass or something.
Yeah, they'd be able to put you in all shapes.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
I wrestle one of my mates. He does a bit of wrestling, like, you know, compared to like them boys, doesn't train like professionally or anything. And like just someone who's done a little bit.
Yeah, they just move in different positions, don't they?
Yeah, he's like half my weight and just throw me around like a rag doll.
Yeah, mad, isn't it?
This is same as like a boxer fighting just a regular person, though, innit? Like if you've got the skills, it's completely different.
So you learned, like if you learn anything over like a long enough time, you're gonna be good in it. You're gonna like master, but you're going to get a lot better than the average person. Don't know, like with the jiu-jitsu thing, me, some of them are phenomenal, aren't they?
Yeah.
You watch them and they move their hips this way, and next thing, you have a guy's fucking arm is wrapped around the back of his neck and he tapping. It's like, how
I know.
they trick him into stuff, don't they? You know what I
It
mean?
looks like a dance, doesn't it, sometimes, the way they do it.
It's interesting to watch, isn't it? Like how they do certain movements and stuff. It's like,
Yeah, when you see him like roll into something, I'm like, you don't even know what just happened. Like.
No, I know, the guy's tapping like fuck, his arm has popped out.
Yeah, it's class, like. But so the goals are there, mate. I want to see you achieve it.
Yeah,
and,
thanks, mate.
I think it'll happen
Try,
for you.
mate.
But I want to see you on the card soon.
Yeah, same.
Have you got a message for anyone before you go? Like, what's your?
No, I just like, well, I got quite a few like fans, people who like follow me and stuff. I'd like to thank them all for like buying tickets and stuff. My trainer, my missus, just thank all the people, training partners, people, everyone helps me out with this. Like, yourself for having me up there, Jim and Joe for being on the shows. You got a list. You have a big list of people I thank, like, but
you have to carry one around with you.
Yeah, everyone has played a part. I got sponsors too, but I can't remember them all now, and I don't want to go listing them now because I guarantee I'll forget one and piss somebody off.
Yeah,
I asked the missus to send me a WhatsApp of them all earlier because I've got them written down in the house. And she haven't done it in time. So I better not list them now because I guarantee I'll forget one. But I just want to thank all my sponsors too. When I get a match now, because they sponsored me with the fight I was meant to have last year.
Yeah,
I'll have them on my tops again, and all my sponsors will be on it. I'll memorise them all again, and then I'll thank them next time I see yourself.
Send me over the list, mate. I'll tag them in the comments or something.
You're a star, mate. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for coming on, mate. And
thanks for having me, mate.
Where can they find you as well? Is it Instagram and Facebook?
Yeah, Instagram. Yeah, Craig. I think just I don't even know Craig Morgan Pro BKB. I think Instagram. Craig Rocky Morgan Facebook. And that's it. Yeah, I'm have to set up some other stuff. But to be honest, I'm totally behind on all stuff. Like, I'm not very good at technology.
I'm the same, mate. We're all winging it.
We're having a go. Yeah.
Experience Real Podcast.